Undefeated.
Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Undefeated podcast.
The only podcast with two undefeated fighters, fam.
Chatting it up. Let's go.
Hey, what are you telling me? What did you want to talk about?
Usyk, Rico Van Herden. This is fight week. Usyk, Rico.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, absolutely not. Yeah? Shout out them. Shout out Usyk. Congratulations on another win. Yeah?
We say, you know, what about if he lands? If he lands that big right?
This has been the shittest fight week ever. They tried to get us involved. No one cares. We are not interested, bro. This hasn't got. I'd rather watch, no disrespect, I'd rather watch McKinson fight anyone.
Troy McKinson.
I'd rather watch.
Man said Troy McKinson, Chris Congo too.
Don't put my boy in there.
Just that. Nah, because that was I feel like that was the first time we came across him. It was just like, raw, Troy McKinson's annoying. Just,
bro, I'd rather watch. What's his name again? The Mancunian one. Sonny Edwards boy. Sonny Edwards pal.
Lyndon Arthur.
I'd rather watch a Lyndon Arthur trilogy with somebody with an unranked fighter.
Random trilogy.
A trilogy. I watch it over and over again. That's what I'd rather watch than this Usyk Van Herden fight, bro. I don't care. I'm sorry to say, I don't care. I honestly, let's move on.
You know what? It's one of the ones where it's like, I like Usyk as a fighter so much. This fight has just literally not even made me curious about anything. Like, maybe we just rate him so much, we're just like, it's fine. We'll just wake up on Sunday morning and be like, oh.
No, and listen.
Can you imagine if Usyk has underestimated him as much as we have?
Brother, and he's the new pound for pound guy.
Well,
this guy from kickboxing.
He can't actually win a belt. If Usyk loses, the belts go vacant.
Let's not be stupid. This is what they've done. This is the PR that they're doing to try and build something and get some interest. Do you know what I mean? It's done. It is like, it's just silly. It is silly. If he can't win the belts, tells me everything. It's a glorified exhibition. And bro, with everything you've done in boxing, go have an exhibition. Go and do your thing. There's work to be done though, but just go do your thing. Like, I can't blame you for fighting all the main guys and the guy coming up. You thought Dubois was the guy coming up. Dubois champion again. Yeah, your job's done. You know what I mean? Like, and now you're helping AJ try to find this. Like, that relationship with AJ is actually the nicest part about this whole thing. AJ's lost friends, and then he's got somebody who understands boxing better than anyone with a really good mindset, trying to, put AJ back on back where he needs to be again. Yeah. It is Rocky-esque in terms of, as a storyline. It's fun. It's good. And I think more than that, they've just connected because they've shared how many rounds together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's true.
It's brilliant. 24 rounds, I think, that boxing name not shared. So yeah,
that's right. It's interesting though, because Usyk did say in one of his interviews that he does want to be undisputed again after this fight with Rico. So I imagine
who wants to be undisputed again?
Usyk. So I feel like we might just get a Dubois fight again. If not, it probably would. If Woodley wins, then it'll be Woodley. But I think he did say he wants to be undisputed again after this.
The other belt's gone, though. Ain't the is he got all he's got all the rest of them? I thought they took another belt off him. I thought they stripped him of another.
Nah, they just said your next fight has to be a defense.
Okay,
so it's that one.
So he could be 3-time undisputed.
Yeah, I just hope it's, you know what I mean, not to do like I'm just casually rooting against Dubois. I don't want to see a third one of that one. I'd rather see your Woodley or a Toma.
You can't put Woodley in there.
No, just for something different. No, it's not about. I just can't I just don't want to see a third Dubois fight against Usyk. I'm not interested at
Might
all.
have to watch it, bro. I'll right. You're gonna have to watch it because Dubois earned the spot. Like that's just how it goes. End of the day, if he fights Woodley, well, he's fighting Woodley again. If he beats Woodley again, big man, sit down, get your popcorn. You have to watch that one, bro.
I hear
Anyway, Baumgardner, Clarissa Shields.
it.
Let's go smack. What if 5 fingers say to the face?
Wow.
Brother.
That was interesting. That was
quick hands.
Yeah.
It's quick, you know. Clarissa's quick as hell, bro.
She's fast. She's very fast.
Fast, bro. Because Baumgardner can move. How'd she miss that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I probably think
people, bro.
No, but I reckon it's the one where she just thought, you're not gonna slap me here. You know what I'm saying? That's probably where her head was at when they're having a little face off. Clarissa was like, no, anywhere you can get slapped.
On site. So wait, let's just have a refresher because we are going to talk Conor Benn Garcia. We're going to do that. Yeah? But quick refresher right now. These two, Baumgardner said her name first, right? Am I right in saying that?
I'm not sure who said. I think Baumgardner changed the relationship because they were cool, apparently.
Yeah.
And then Baumgardner got a bit spicy on some.
And I'd like to fight her.
That's right. So then Clarissa took it like, wait a minute. Why you want to fight me? As in like, oh, I thought we were cool. And then it spiraled. Yeah, I mean, it's got secondary school energy, but man just be like,
is this the journey of women boxers when there's nothing else to do? Because let's have it right. Clarissa Shields was doing up Go and doing up I Love Layla Ali.
Yeah.
And then one day she woke up and said, I want to fight Layla. And Layla was like, me? This is the exact same storyline, bro. Like, one day we're cool. I'm a big fan of you. Now I want to fight you. Hold on. Even Caroline Dubois, you get to the top because there's not much to go. I'm going to compare it to like the black comedy scene when you first arrive and you think, oh, it's going to take me long before I see Richard, Slim, and them man there. Third show.
In the big theater.
Third show in the big theater. You're the big nights. Because the climb up is crazy, like, because it's us, it's just us. So they're like, it's fast. So in the women's game, it's like, she might not even be your weight, bro, but there's not many. There's not like, it's not loud enough, bro.
Run it.
There's only so many times it can bring out Dazern, bro. There's only so many times it can bring out, like,
these names, these B-sides. Yeah.
So many, bro.
You get into the mix fast. And you got to delay it as much as you can to make it a fight that can sell. So there's some story. Like Caroline Dubois and Baumgardner, they're good to go right now. But they got to cook that up a little bit more to make it something that can sell. Like, look at what Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields did.
They cooked it up for years still.
That's what annoys me, is the fact that night was a really good poster for women's boxing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of big fights on that night. And to see that they're now beefing is like, right, that's interesting. But competitive energy is competitive energy. At some point, you do look at someone is declared the top and say, well, I'm aspiring. I have aspirations, so I got to come that way.
Our weight classes are so different. Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
When I see Clarissa moving around, there's no way. It's only when I saw Baumgardner on Dean the Great stream. I said, she's too little.
She's tiny.
Too little. There's no weight she can put on to go and mash that work. There's no way, bro. There's not even a catch weight thing. It just doesn't work. So you leave her alone. Clarissa's
boxing at heavyweight, female heavyweight division. Like, there aren't even that many heavyweights. There's probably like 9 heavyweights. Actually, no, let me not speak out of turn. I don't know. But there's hardly any prominent female heavyweights because women just don't get that big and keep that size and be athletic with it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's, yeah, mate.
We can move, man. So at Baumgardner, I don't know if it's an apology. I don't know what it is. I don't think you should have said her name. You know what I mean? Because in boxing, there's still a pecking order of, all right, this person will mash. It's like some random small boxer saying, I'm ready to smack up, I don't know, Usyk. I'm ready for Usyk. And you're like, brother.
Let's be real. That's not a fair equivalent because Baumgardner's not a random fighter. She's a champ.
No, I'm saying a good fighter that decides I can go mix it with the heavyweights is what I'm saying. It's a bit mad.
As in, I
I'm
see.
saying a good fighter saying, "Yo, like I'd like to see." You remember that day? Who did said Eubank sparred? Did Eubank spar one of the heavyweights, Lennox?
Frotch. Oh, you're talking about Eubank Senior?
Yeah. Well, they remember they said there was some silly spar that happened back in the day. I don't know if a lightweight or middle. I can't remember.
No,
Wanted to fight heavy. Go on.
no. Oh, I don't know if you're talking about Prince Nassim and Lennox Lewis, but
Yeah,
they didn't. He didn't want to spar him, but he was saying that he punches harder than him. It was a weird one. It's like a pound for pound type comparison. Like, as in, for my size, I hit harder than you would hit if you were my size, and vice versa. It's dumb.
What a bad scientific one. Allow
Yeah,
it, bro.
it's stupid.
You're never gonna see me. Let's stop this. Anyway, let's move on to the big conversation, the big storyline. Conor Benn, Garcia. This is why you go to Zuffa. This is why you go Zuffa, bro. Because it was the Zuffa move. It weren't making any sense for any of us sitting back at home. Yeah, it wasn't making no sense. Now you gotta say you go and fight Progress, right? And remember, it had to be a 2-fight deal. I think they've lied to us and said, "Yo, it's a 1-fight situation. No one's fighting."
I don't even think it's 2. I reckon there's a long journey to their relationship, and I think that's what Eddie Hearn and their team's gripe was, because it's like I think what they're looking for is a transparency thing to see what the communication was, so they can see. No, but as in no. The legal, you know, they said it's a legal thing. You know, you can request all the transcript, all the dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, because that 1-fight talk was nonsense, bro. No one is spending 15 mil, and if you are going to give man 15 mil, you're going in with the biggest fight you can generate. So, if it's a thing where they've met up in a car park and just had a quiet chat and said, "Hey, listen, we're going to send this a 1-fight thing, but we know between us, there's more to this." Yeah, because if there's no transcripts to qualify it, it had to have been how the thing went. Yeah, I'm saying
that's exactly how it went. So then now we find ourselves.
Wait, hold on. Allegedly. Yeah, say that.
Thank you very much. This is all alleged. Absolutely. I'm glad. I thought people would already know. You know, this is all alleged. Even the stuff that we spoke about earlier, allegedly.
Speculation, alleged kings.
Allegedly, Clarissa Shields slapped Baumgardner. You could have seen it. Still,
we don't know.
So moving on to this, even though you say that it could be a multi-fight deal, I don't know how many fights he'll have after this Garcia fight, you know. Just saying in terms of what Garcia is in the ring, because there's a group of people, I'll say online, boxing fans, that say, is he cashing out? And I can't fight that. I can't fight those claims of, is Conor Benn now saying, you know what? If you think of his run, the Eubank 1 and 2, super money. I think he's sitting up there with real guys in boxing that have made money from this game. I think he's probably, if you check his purse, probably more than a lot of boxers that have been round the houses, bro. Yeah? Now he's going to go make this Garcia money? Brother, what do I need to do after? If I become champion, cold. Do I think Conor Benn has the skills to beat Garcia and become the champion? I'm going to say no. Personally, this is where I'm at today's point. I haven't got any information to back up to say why I think Conor Benn will be a better fighter than Garcia. Does Garcia have problem, like, he's powerful in both hands, but I'll say that the shot to the body is a great shot that he uses. He's been working on that he's perfected it, really. You know, that power is going to be a long night for Conor Benn. What are you telling me?
I worry about Conor Benn at this weight. I didn't like what I saw in the Progress fight. I didn't think he looked strong. I didn't think he looked healthy on the scales in fight week. If we didn't have that fight data of the progress thing, and we were just going off the Eubank momentum, then you can't, your imagination can say that anything can happen. You lean towards Conor Benn's going to be a rough house. If Garcia is not switched on, then you know what I'm saying. Now I'm like, that performance against Prograis really did hurt the stock of people who imagine Conor Benn to do all these things. Yeah. For me, it therefore brought me back closer to earth than I was with some of the takes around Conor Benn. I worry about him in that fight because I think he could get hurt. Genuinely, I think Garcia, because Conor Benn's boxing IQ doesn't seem to be improving. I said that before, but that's a big problem because his style, especially in that Prograis performance, was quite predictable. And what Prograis was able to do was lean on his experience as a fighter and get through it. As an old man with no legs, he was able to just get through that fight and get the distance. That shouldn't happen. Prograis ain't someone that we're gonna go and say, his chin is up there with the best of them. His boxing IQ up there with the best of them.
Remember, they said he's injured before, this. They're saying all sorts of stuff about him.
He was glad to see the final bell as a test of his own endurance. That was his win because he's like, I'm so out of shape and injured. I shouldn't really be in there. But then Conor Benn couldn't get him out of it. That's bad. However we dice it, that's bad. Now, after the fight, Conor said, I've just come off the back of two, huge, highly invested emotional fights. It's hard to get up for this one. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a fight. And I can give that some credence because, fighting for your dad's legacy in the first fight, losing, and then staying locked in at that weight in the gym for the rest of the year for the next fight, and then finally winning, putting the Nigel Benn mark on the board and saying we finally got one. I can understand how you'd be more invested for that than anything else. The danger for that is, have you peaked emotionally somehow with the fight, the way you show up for a fight? Because no other fight will feel like that. No other fight will have my dad ringside, your dad ringside. They fought each other. They got beef. And I'm going to be the one to avenge the family name. Nothing's going to feel like that again.
Well, let me say this to you. It talks about getting to work in silk pajamas or training when you've done it.
Yeah.
Before the silk pajamas were bought by that legacy was done by your father, really. You see, right now, the type of money he's made, he's not made stupid idiot money. We're talking money that sets him apart. As when I never forget the sit down that Eubanks Jr. did with my man that does all the Huel adverts.
Yeah. Stephen Bartlett.
Yeah, Bartlett. When he said it was an obscene amount, and that's for the first one, and they ran it back twice, brother, the bread has been made. We've seen the whips that he's pulling up in. Now we signed a massive Zuffa deal. Again, you're talking about being up for stuff. Before, this is Conor Benn that used to tell us, we're talking about, he's ready for anything. So he doesn't have to be, he was so riled up. The chip was on his shoulder so much so that he's ready for anything. We can go now type energy to bar settings. There has to be you've made so much money. It has changed your position on hunger, your position on, and it does take special athletes to stay locked in regardless. When you do say the Mayweathers or the people that are bred for this, AJ, the people that are bred for, we are going to be doing this. You was meant for this position, and we're going to see how much money we're going to take from this thing to stay locked in. But they're known from a long time, and I can say a little bit in the beginning, Conor Benn, when he was coming through, was meant to be the next face. That's what Matchroom was making out to be. There was everything of this is on you.
Yeah.
But those years that we had out of the game when the cheating scandal happened, the adverse finding, took a lot from him. Took a lot from that process where he's at. And now, I'm not just saying it's the cash grab, but you are now comfortable when they were saying you couldn't pay the legal fees or this, that, and the other. People had to help. There was so much getting in your life. That ain't happening anymore. The fight is changed. So it is what it is. You're walking around blonde hair. Like, it's different. You've made it, really. So now we're gonna see. Oh, and he's made it with, I was trying not to be totally disrespectful, but we look at his skill level. As you said, he couldn't put my man down. But we know that the skill level is lacking somewhat. And he's just going on, as the point that you're making about the family legacy or all the other reasons is to what helps me live my performance, and they're not being there anymore, is important. Like, that's a big factor. That's a big factor. We have to go over to Patreon, by the way. You lot, big up. Try to stay here as long as possible. Make sure you just pull up there. Real simple. See you over there.
Calm. Yeah.